I got given a book, The Miracles of the Quran, and I was reading how it has embryology, the parting of the oceans, and when I listened to the Quran and I listened to the beautiful poetry of it, and I started thinking, how is this not from God? How is this? How can anyone question this? Like, we got embryology here. We got things that was known to them 1400 years ago, but unknown to us, 50 years ago. The Earth being round is in the West. We only found that out in the 1600s. It's quite shocking when you read it, and then I just thought to myself, how could I not accept this as the true religion? How could I not take this on, because it's all there. I'm quite an academic, I'm a historian, so when I see facts, I have to accept them. If they're there in front of me, you can't deny them, they're there. After that, when I went to the mosque for the first time, I met some people who were on a rather extreme angle, and they were telling me about, if you don't do this, you go to hell, you don't do that, you go to hell, and then all this, and then that scared me quite a lot. I got very scared, because I was involved in a very Saudi-based Wahhabi movement at the start, and I'd be giving out books about how any other sect of Islam, Sufi, Shia, they're all kafir and all this. And when I first became Muslim, obviously I was told the Shia are kafir. They worship Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, and they hate Aisha, and they hate Abu Bakr, they hate Umar. So when they started telling me about these people that curse Aisha, when you first become Muslim, you're taught to, especially in that school, you're taught to love Aisha completely. She's the mother of the believers. And when I heard, oh, they're cursing Aisha, they're doing this, they're doing that, and then they'd show you lectures by very, very extreme people who would say that you have to celebrate the death of Aisha and people like that. So these extreme Shia lecturers, they'd find this one lecturer who's nowhere near mainstream, very out of the community, but they'd find this one person, and then they'd say, all Shia think like this. All Shia say you must celebrate the death of Aisha. All Shia say you must celebrate Abu Bakr's death, Omar's death. You must hate them and everything like this. So when I heard that these Shia, they were cursing these people, that they were angry with these people, that's when I started to think, I want to fight them. That's the mentality you have. You want to be physically violent towards them. That's how they teach you. They teach you, be violent, be angry, get angry with them, intimidate them. And they tell you this, and they don't want you to ever meet a Shia. They never want you. They say, if you ever meet a Shia, either get aggressive with them or walk away. Don't talk to them. Don't have a conversation with them, because they're very clever. That's what they teach you. So it wasn't until I actually did break that rule and had a conversation with a Shia, I was like, hang on a second, they're not doing what the other people said that they were doing. Because when I first came, I came there in Ramadan this year, the first time I went to a Shia masjid, and I prayed without the tabla, so I'm just praying on the carpet, and so people looked at me and they were thinking, why is he praying like that? And then it wasn't until after they questioned me and said, what school of Islam are you from? And then when I said that I'd become a Maliki Muslim then, which is obviously one of the schools of fiqh in Sunni Islam, they hugged me and said, mashallah, what made you come here? And I was like, I just want to learn about you guys. We're told something about you guys, but I want to see it for myself, what you guys actually like. And then after I went there a few times, these people, they were amazing. I have one now who calls me daily. I have one who I call Abu now. He's like my dad, basically. I go to his house 3 times a week and spend time there, meet his sons, and he treats me like his own son. And then I started to read about Shia Islam, and it wasn't until I read about it, I saw a few lectures about it by moderate lecturers, not the extreme one that they were showing. I started to realise, hang on a second, okay, now I need to look at the history, because it's just like when I became a Muslim, it's just like, there's the facts right in front of you. How can you dodge the facts? So I must read these facts. So that's when I started to question this Wahhabi, and this is when I started to actually speak out against Wahhabism quite publicly. In the Sunni masjid that I went to, I'd speak out quite publicly against any Wahhabi that was there, because they were getting to the youth, and getting to the youth is where you get the problems. It's so easy to infiltrate the mind of a youth, to make them believe something, that they'll grow up believing it. And then there's never going to be any kind of talks between Shia and Sunni. There's never going to be any, probably will never be complete unity, but there'll never be any friendliness, being civil with each other. That won't be there if from a young age you're indoctrinating them with this